What's up, and good morning. Before I preview this weekend's ACC big games, please consider to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Picked up a few over the last week, so please keep going. When I get to 1,000, I can monetize this bad boy. So please consider to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Even if you do not agree with some of the stuff I said or anything I say, just comment anyway. I'm petty enough and I'm open-minded enough, rather, to to go back with you and have a conversation. So anyway, in that event, you'll be glad you did. I'll be glad you did. And also, please check out my merch. Uh, go to cafepress.com, search Clown Time Sports. You find the link in the description on YouTube. You can find all the hats, hoodies, t-shirts, whatever. And also, speaking of which, go to www.theclowntimes.net. That is my website. I've added a post or two this week, so please check that out as well. And you can find me on Facebook, last but not least. So just type in the Clown Times, where you go to facebook.com, where your smartphone, laptop, desktop, wherever you are, where you may be, you'll find me there. All right. So we got a couple of big games this week in the ACC. So this is uncharted territory because we hadn't seen stuff like this. We hadn't seen weekends in the ACC football where multiple games matter, okay? So everyone's talking about the NC State-Clemson game. I say, well, shoot, because they're both unbeaten squads, both of the Atlantic Division, both have a chance to really put a foothold, a stake, if you will, in taking the lead in this division. But I want to start with the undercard because I think that has some bearing on this division going forward as well. That is the Wake Forest-Florida State matchup. Okay, both these games, first of all, will be on ABC. Again, like I said, uncharted territory. 2 games, both on ABC, both nationally televised. We hadn't seen an ACC football in quite a while, at least in recent memory. But anyway, this is going to be a great matchup. The game is going to be continuing that schedule. Hurricane Ian, thankfully, is not going to have a huge impact on that part of Florida. So we'll be watching that game as well. But this is fascinating because these are both 2 very high-powered offenses, okay? Wake Forest is led by Sam Hartman, who had a great game last week in the loser cause at Clemson overtime. You had Jordan Travis for Florida State, who came back from an injury against Boston College last week, and they had a great game. They being Florida State, of course, they beat the hell out of Boston College. But still, Jordan Travis came back out after suffered an injury against Louisville the week prior. But to me, it's going to come down to this. Which team, well, actually, could Wake Forest run the ball? Can they get a running game going? Because Wake's rushing stats is not as desirable as they want. I mean, sure, the young man, get his name right here, Justice Ellison, he's having a decent year, 52 carries, 186 yards, just 1 touch. But he's not Trayshawn Ward for Florida State. Florida State can and will run the ball at will on anybody. We've seen this all year. LSU game, Boston College game, obviously. Louisville. They will run the ball at will on you. So it comes down to this. Well, two things. Can Wake muster a running game to take the pressure off of Sam Hartman against a Florida State defense, which is flat out nasty, playing out of his mind this year? But also, can Wake's defense, it's improved, but it still needs some work. Can that defense stop Trayshawn Ward? I don't think it can. I think Trayshawn Ward's on a mission. He has 54 carries, 350 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I think that he's on a mission. I think Jordan Travis is on a mission. And that defense is still mad from last year. They're playing well. I think this, even though the screams on paper high scoring game, I think it's going to be in the 20s. I really do. And I think Florida State will win this big. Okay. Because again, as much love as I have for Wake Forest as a program, I love their coach. I love Hartman. I love the stories. But Florida State's playing pissed off. They're on the mission, folks. They're 4-0. Just got back in the top 25, but at number 23. Wake's still number 22 after that. A good loss, if you will, to Clemson. But Florida State's I want to say this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a little one-sided. So I have Florida State winning this game. What's the score? I say 28 I have a I have respect for the Frogs. I'll give Wake Forest 17. So it won't be as bad, but I still think Florida State's going to control this game, going to win this, going away 28-17. So I hope it's going to be more competitive than that. I just don't see it, just given the trends and the matchups right now. So again, I think Florida State's solution. Now, before I go and preview the main event, if you will, NC State and Clemson, let's give a shout out to my sponsors at BetUS.com. So right quick, listener of Sports Bettors, your favorite sports book, BetUS.com is back for a 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's big sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members, the opportunity to cash in on all of your favorite sports, including NFL, UFC, MLB, and college football, since we're talking about it. So if you're looking for live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props, and parlays, got it. So how about our fast payouts and exceptional one-on-one customer service? We got that too. So log to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. You can also use the promo code TKT for Clown Times to get some love as well. So betus.com where the game begins. Now let's get into NC State and Clemson. All right. Dave Doran, head coach of my beloved Wolfpack. For those of you who don't know, I'm an NC State alum. I followed Florida State in football as a kid growing up, but nevertheless, I love my Wolfpack. I was mad. Actually, I was pissed off at Dave Doran at that East Carolina game, which they all but said, "Here, East Carolina, please win this shit because we don't want it. We're not ready for prime time." Thankfully, the young man from East Carolina missed the kick. We still got an undefeated season. All right, cool. So this brings us to this matchup against Clemson. Now, I think the last time we won in Death Valley, Philip Rivers, the great Philip Rivers, was our quarterback. So that's eons ago, seems like, right? And it seems like Clemson's been having our number as much as most teams in the ACC's number the past few years until last year when we beat them in overtime, right? Which a game, by the way, that shouldn't have gone to overtime, but we beat them in overtime. So it sets us up to this point, all right? 2 4-0 teams, 2 top 10 teams. Again, don't see this as often in ACC football, right? Number 5, Clemson. Number 10, NC State. First time my beloved Wolfpack has been ranked in the top 10 ever in college football, as far as I know. I got questions for my beloved Wolfpack. Okay, Devin Leary, okay. 890 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Decent stats, yes, but it took him a while to get to this point. I mean, he was not that great against East Carolina. I mean, he was, so like the last 3 games. I mean, against UConn, he came alive, so to speak. Texas Tech, he was just all right, right? But it's the defense that's been carrying us up to this point. So you figure if our offense catches up to our defense just a little bit more, we'd be damn near unstoppable because our defense play out of its minds, as is the Tigers. But speaking of Tigers, I gotta give a quick shout out to DJ Ugalele, excuse me, DJU. He stepped up his play in the big way last week against Wake Forest. And the Shipley kid, he's been running the rock pretty well. He's not power back, Will Shipley, but he's been playing his ass off. Also give some love to Bo Collins. He's having a decent year so far, but so is our wide receiver, Thayer Thomas. I think it's Thayer Thomas. But to me, I think it's going to be, especially given there's going to be some rain. I mean, thankfully, the eye of the storm, so to speak, is not going to pass over or around Clemson, South Carolina this weekend, Hurricane Ian. But I think this has low-scoring game all over. I mean, because, yes, both quarterbacks are playing better, but the defenses are damn near both of them. And I think this is going to be kind of like that game it was like maybe a few years ago when Deshaun Watson was playing and we had a chance to beat Clemson in regulation with a field goal for point blank range, but our kicker missed it. And it was all down here from there in overtime. So, and I think that was doing I want to say that was doing the national championship. Either way, it was one of the years that Deshaun took Clemson to the on the prefaces at least to the promised land. So I think it's going to be similar to that. I wouldn't be shocked if this game does not get if both teams do not reach the 20s as far as points. So I'll give Clemson the edge at home. I'll call it 17-13. Especially if it's a raining game, it's going to be probably more scoring than that. But again, just like Wake Forest and Florida State, I hope this is going to be a very competitive game. Hell, I hope my Wolfpack wins. I hope my Wolfpack proves me wrong. I hope Devin Leary proves me wrong. I hope that Dave Thorne proves me wrong and actually outcoaches Dabo Swinney, his counterpart for Clemson. But I just think this has Clemson winning a low-scoring game written all over it. So, but either way, I don't think this would be the end for whoever loses this game. I don't think this would be the end of my Wolfpack per se, just that they need some help from teams playing Clemson the rest of the year, just like similar to Florida State. If they were to lose to Wake Forest, I don't think it's going to be the end per se. I think that Atlanta's going to be very, very competitive. But I think whoever wins this NC State-Clemson matchup will have a huge leg, a huge stake in controlling the Atlanta division. But anyway, that's all I got. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe again. Hope I do better the next time as always. Check out my merch, cafepress.com/Planetime Sports. Check out my sponsor, BigUS.com. So until next time, peace out.